Thanks, Kayla. That's my bad. I completely forgot. Okay. Anyway, yeah, take two. Again. Um, yeah, so I'm Dungeon Master Rick. If you've seen my streams before, whether it's me solo or me, DMing with the group, it's a mess. I'm a very professional, great streamer. So yeah, I'm here to play Alone Among the Stars today. That's kind of my normal Sunday thing, except for next Sunday and usually the last Sunday of the month, we do our character creation corner, myself and my friend Ellie. So yeah, if you like character creation, join us next week. Totally not offended if you don't stick around for this stream, but if you like solo TTRPGs or you're curious about them, stick around. Hopefully you have some fun with this. So yeah, since my previous explanation was muted because I forgot to turn my sound on, like I said, this is a solo TTRPG. How it works is I've got the deck, the 52 card deck that I'm going to draw from, and then I've got my virtual 6-sided dice. And basically how it works is the dice roll determines like how I come across my discovery, because I am a solitary adventurer going from planet to planet. I've been kind of sticking with the same character, Ranger Breckett, just because it makes it easier for me. And then the cards, what they do is, depending on the suit and the number, that will determine, like diamonds are some sort of living being, clubs are some sort of plant or mobile form of life, hearts are ruins, and spades are natural phenomena, which, it kind of gives some examples of that, like crystal formations, mirages, really anything like that that's not covered by the rest of the things. And then I'm not going to go through the whole list, but depending on the number, number or the face value of the card, kind of determines where you find that. So let's go ahead and get started with our first roll. Okay. Excellent. Our first roll is a 1. So, excuse me. On the first day, and if you see our log there, normally what I do is I go and I'll have on there, like the name of the planet that I'm visiting and things like that. This time, I've kind of made an executive decision. Yeah, so Kayla, to answer your question real quick of how this one works, I would imagine you could probably do it differently each time. You could play a different character, you could play, however you wanted to do it. The thing that I like about this game is there's not a lot to it. It's pretty simple. I think it's only like a handful of pages. Let me see. Yeah, there's 4 pages, and there's not a lot of text on each of those pages. I've been sticking with the same character, and it also has a duo version that we did a couple weeks ago with Ellie. That really, it's almost the exact same game, but with that one, it adds an extra, in between planets, you can draw some cards and roll some dice and kind of determine like some interactions you could have with the other player. But yeah, I like it. It's very short. I like doing the continual story because it's easier for me to, number one, keep going with the same character. And especially because there's not a lot of like role play to it. There could be, especially in the duo version. I feel like there's a potential for more role play, but really it's kind of more of a journaling solo RPG to an extent. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. I'll be updating the log as it goes along. But yeah, so normally I would do kind of like this is the planet we're on, the day we're on, things like that. I've decided this time that Ranger Breckett is going to be traveling intra-system. So he's going to be doing some cryo sleep. So he will be sleeping but he's still going to have some fun adventures because I wanted to mix it up a little bit. Yeah. So, day 1 of cryo sleep. So let's see. On day 1, so I drew a 2 of excuse me, a 2 of spades. And so let me go back over because I have yet to memorize all of the rules and stuff. A 2 is under the light of the moon, and spades are natural phenomena. Let's see. Yeah, so night 1, Ranger Breckett is dreaming of, let's see. So he's having a dream of a previous planet he had visited. And this planet was covered in crystal formations. So that is the beginning of our dream. Then we will go ahead and I guess I should roll for how many cards I need. I forgot to do that. That's the other thing, is you roll 6-sided dice to determine how many cards you're going to draw. And I always end up getting a 6. It's a 2 this time. Cool. So this is a short dream. So card number 2 is the 3 of hearts. And let's see, hearts are ruins. And then the 3 is by Gentle River. Okay. And I'll roll my dice to determine how in this dream I came upon it. Okay, so I rolled 2, which a 1 to 2 is it's an arduous journey to get to. So let me update my log real quick. Cool. Had to fix that a little bit. Also, I'm using a different, I'm using Stream Elements this time instead of Streamlabs because our friend Artemis had recommended it, saying that it uses fewer resources on your computer. My computer was not handling Streamlabs very well. It started acting really wonky. But I've noticed that even though I'm in studio mode, it is just automatically putting everything in as I type it. So kind of nice, kind of downside at the same time. So yeah, let me see. So you get to watch me live as I make spelling errors and second guess myself. Let's see. Quiet River of Unknown Material. And so, the second part of the dream, because this is only going to be a 2-card dream, was as I journeyed across the crystal steps, I struggled to descend to a quiet river of unknown material when I noticed tracks which led to strange ruins. Ruins are something that Ranger Breckett has become pretty familiar with. He's come across a lot of weird things. But yeah, I feel like as he reaches these ruins or discovers these ruins, he wakes up in a cold sweat from, some of the creepy things that he's seen on his journeys. So we will now get back to our normal. We're going to go to day 2. So yeah, he's in cryo sleep, at least part of the time. Maybe something will come up, ship alarm going off, something like that. But then whenever he does return to cryo sleep, we are going to roll for another dream set. Cool. This is another 2-card dream. So our first card, I got a 4 for how I make the discovery, which is I come upon it suddenly, and my card is the Ace of Clubs. So clubs are plants and other immobile forms of life, and Ace is in a field taller than you. So this is one of my oh yeah, this is working so much better. This is Stream Elements and not Streamlabs, to answer your question, Kayla. I like that it's not using up as much CPU power, so I'm actually able to do this and not have the ridiculous lag and things like that. I don't love that for the text it just automatically updates it. I'm sure there's probably a way to fix that. I just don't know, because this is literally my first time actually using it. It's basically the same layout. It uses OBS as well. Yeah, so I don't know 100% for sure how it's going to work for the group games. I think I'll probably just have to do headphones again like I did last time, but it should in theory work. We'll find out on Tuesday. We stream here in a couple days, so how better than to test it live, right? Okay, so in a field taller than me. So yeah, I don't really like the Ace description, because in a field taller than me could mean a lot of things, and I've let it mean a lot of things because I don't really know. It's a little bit too vague for me. Let's see. So we've got clubs, so some sort of plant. Yeah, I guess we could say, because I came upon this discovery suddenly, as I fall into cryosleep and begin dreaming, I awaken in a field of some sort of, let's say like a strange flower. Oops. Yeah, so the first part of this dream is Ranger Breckett found himself in a field of strange flowers that, sort of like Alice in Wonderland, seemed to be kind of following his movements, just turning with him as he walked through. And we will roll for our second discovery. There it is. There's the 6. All right. And then we've got the Jack of Diamonds for part 2 of this one. So let's see. So the 6 is as I'm resting. Diamonds are living beings. Okay. And then Jack is in the desert. Interesting. Okay. So I found myself in a sandy desert and decided to rest. Yeah, so in this dream, I make my way through this field of flowers that tower above me, and I find myself in a sandy desert. Whereupon I decide to take a rest, and when I awake from my nap, I find myself face to face yet again with one of these amoeba-like creatures that I've previously encountered. And yeah, I won't take up too much time on the log, but I feel like Breckett probably, because this is a dream, has a little bit of a foggy recollection of having some sort of communication with this creature, which is something he hasn't had so far. It's something that's been it's eluded him. He's encountered them, but he's never actually been able to communicate with them in any way. And a couple of times it seemed like they were going to attack him as they kind of came upon him while he was sleeping. So we've not been at this for very long. I think we'll do at least one more. So we do a couple of rolls. It's not in the rules, but if you've seen the stream before, you probably know that I like to roll most of the time for how many days. But you know what? We're going to say this time that it's a few months. So I have plenty of time. I spend a lot of this in cryosleep. I wish I could figure out how to make this text fit within the box without having to constantly monitor it, but that is a problem for another time. Let's see. So, 2 months out of Hermes Station. Okay. So that's my little homebrew, is just rolling to see how long in between each planet or in between discoveries on the planet, because I just like it better that way. You know, you're not going to discover something every single day. Let's see. So this time we have a 3-card dream. Okay. So our first roll for this dream is a 6. 6, I believe, was... Yep, I spot as I'm resting. There's the 8 of clubs. So, clubs are, again, plants and other immobile forms of life. And the 8 is on a glacier. I don't think we've had a glacier yet. Or if we have, I've completely forgotten. So, yeah. So this next dream, Ranger Breckett finds himself on the branch of a large tree on a glacier. Which, you know, dreams are kind of weird like that. Let's see. Next discovery is a 5, so it's again while I'm resting, so don't even have to go anywhere. Don't even leave the bough of this tree when I draw the 4 of spades. 4 is in a steep canyon. Spades are natural phenomena. Yeah, so I feel like as I am, I guess I can write this down as I'm talking. So as I'm sitting on the branch of this tree, I glance down and see so I glance down and see a canyon full of obsidian-like rocks. And last card. So, let's see if I get a different roll this time. A 2, which I believe was an arduous journey. Let me double check. Yeah, arduous to get to. And last card. Ooh, Ace of Spades. Cool. So again, spades are natural phenomena. Ooh, and Ace is in a field taller than you. My least favorite card. Just because it's so vague that I don't really know what to do with it sometimes. Let's see. So, yeah, I feel like Breckett makes his way down. Let's see. Oh, crap. Yeah, so Ranger Breckett uh, makes his way down from the tree, which turned out to be a lot larger than he thought it was. You know, typical dream. It doesn't quite work the way you think it's going to. And after a long climb down, he begins to descend into the canyon, where he finds himself sort of entranced by this obsidian like stone. So, even that 3-card dream didn't take very long. But it has been 2 months in cryo, so I feel like it's about time for maybe a planet. Maybe we'll go back to the traditional. So let me update my log real quick. Okay. So we've got day 1 on planet HpI 777. Okay, so day 1, we will roll our dice, see how I come upon my discovery. Well, first we're going to see how many cards this planet has. This is a 4-card planet. 4, right? Yeah, 4. Okay, and then the second roll is how I come upon this discovery. Awesome. Got a 6, double check. I believe that is sudden. Yeah, while I'm resting. Same thing. So our first card, the 7 of diamonds. And diamonds are living beings. And 7 is near a volcano. Okay. Let's see. I couldn't actually see as I was typing this one, so it may be... Yeah, it's a little bit not great. Let me fix that. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. So, while scouting near a volcanic geyser, I found another of these strange amoeba-like creatures. Definitely been a common theme are these seemingly possibly unintelligent amoeba, but who knows? Okay, so discovery number 2. So 1, let me see. 1 was under the light of the moon. No, it's arduous to get to. That's right. So arduous journey. And we've got the King of Diamonds. So we are all kinds of amoebas today. Living beings. The king is floating in the air. Okay. appeared to be flying somehow, which is definitely a progression. Okay. Just got 2 more cards left, so next discovery is 5. So that would be okay. So while I'm resting after finding this flying amoeba creature, holy crap, this is kind of ridiculous. It's a 5 of 5 of diamonds, so yet another. Let's see. 5 is in a treetop, which is a place that I have seen these creatures before. Yeah, so I feel like I see this flying amoeba and kind of make note of it when I notice that there's another one watching from the treetop. So let me update that. Okay. And our last card. And this time, you know, it's a little bit different than I normally do, but this time it's all been discoveries on the same day. So, really haven't been on planet for very long, and just had all kinds of adventures. So, got another 2, so that is another arduous journey. This is ridiculous. I shuffled this. So the Queen of Diamonds. So we already know diamonds are living creatures. Okay. Yeah, and Queen is in deep water. So towards the end of the day, okay. Yeah, so for the last discovery on HpI 777, Ranger Breckett. So towards the end of the day, I spot another body of water with some sort of structures underneath, which he had previously seen. I believe it was whenever he and Ranger Janet had gone out on their duo mission. But this time, he sees that the structure under the water has activity, living activity of these amoeba-like creatures. It's a little bit unclear. You know, it's kind of at a distance. Water kind of makes it hard to see what's going on exactly, and these are amoeba. So It's a little bit hard to tell what exactly they might be doing, but they seem to be maybe some sort of organized group, which he has seen some similar kinds of behavior from them, but not in anything quite like this. He'd seen more like primitive type of group. This seems to be more like the structure almost looks like a city of some sort. So definitely an advancement in what he has witnessed, but he's also witnessed some fairly advanced ruins. And I feel like at this point, Ranger Breckett is starting to make those connections that maybe the ruins he had previously seen might be related in some way. Still don't know for sure if the amoeba creatures created these structures or if they're just using them and someone else had previously made them. But I think that's where we're going to finish stream today. Usually kind of go short with these anyway because, you know, it says in the rules to do it for as long as you feel like, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to do this for hours on end. It's fun, but I like to do it for kind of short periods and then go about the rest of my day. So anyway, join us on Tuesday. We'll be doing our chaotic Academia Pandaro stream. Hopefully now that I'm using a different system instead of Streamlabs, it'll be a little bit smoother. Maybe the chaos will all be roleplay instead of, technology issues. But yeah, that'll be around 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, and hope to see you all there.